welcome back to my channel. My name is Mills, Read with Mills, and today I'm just going to do a little bit of a reading vlog. So it's Friday, I've got the whole day to sit down and read, and we're going to see how much we can get through. I think I may have bitten off more than I can chew, which is often the case with me when it comes to reading challenges. I want to get through and devour as many books as possible. So last night I finished Rose in Chains. Amazing book. I will do a proper review on that at some point. So the options for today are, I'm going to dive straight into On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. I am so excited. I have this in the indie version. This has just been picked up to be published by, I think it's HarperCollins with HQ Stories. So that'll be coming out, I really think it is coming out in August. I really think it is. So I'm going to dive into this today. This is where I may have set myself up to failure. I'm starting the challenge off with a 500-page book. I don't know if that'll be the end of the challenge, but in fairness, I feel like that's a good place to start. The other options I have for the day are a proof copy of The Serpent Bride by Catherine Ann Kingsley. This is meant to be the Crown of Nyaxia series meets Haunting and Hunting Adeline, the cat and mouse duology. I'm obsessed with both of those series, so I think that's gonna be a really good one. That's a potential. Another potential is Back in the Saddle by Maggie Ecclesey. This is a cowboy romance. I think this will be the one I pick up and gravitate towards after finishing a fantasy. I tend to read a lot of cowboy romances when I need like an easy, quick read. I then also have the proof version of Wolfie by Paisley Hope. I do also have this in indie, but I wanted to see if there was any difference with the new traditionally published version by Evermore, who kindly sent me the best, like literally the best PR package ever. I still need to do like some photos of that. And then I also have as a potential option, Arcana Academy by Elise Cover. This would be my first Elise Cover book, but I've heard some really good things about her. And yes, very excited. This is like another fantasy. Don't know, I think this will probably be the one that's least likely to get to today, just because it's another fantasy after a heavy fantasy. But I just thought, let's spend the day together, let's do some reading, and let's see how many books I can get through. But I have decided to start with probably one of the biggest books on my TBR, but also one that I've seen so many good things about. So let's dive in, and I'll show you some reactions. I'll also do a little reading update at different points of the day. Dive into On Wings of Blood. I have my tabs ready. I'm gonna put some music. I listen to a reading playlist when I'm reading, so it's just like, it goes like, ooh, like that in the background, so it just stops me from focusing on the world around me. I do it all the time when I'm on public transport, especially aeroplanes. Aeroplanes are just so noisy. So yeah, let's dive into this and let's see what I think. Let's go. Okay, initial thoughts. I am only 25 pages in. It's so easy to read. It's so easy to understand so far, if that makes sense. Sometimes when you first start a new fantasy book, you're like, oh, these names are hard to get into. They're telling you about places. They're telling you about this. They're telling you about that. I'm not finding that an issue. She is a princess of Camelot and a royal fae, but she's woken up on a pile of dead bodies, and this prince has found her, and all they keep saying is, look at her hair, look at her hair, look at her hair. And she keeps saying it's like I think it's a dusty red colour, but her mother had lovely hair. Yeah, so they keep talking about her hair. I'm just trying to see if it is dusty red, because I'm like, have I taken this in properly? Her mother had vibrant purple tresses, but she had this dull, rusty red, not dusty, that's what I was thinking, dusty red, dull, rusty red hair colour. So it's obviously going to mean something important. I can't work out what yet. I'm already intrigued. Like, that's a good start for me to have me this intrigued. And yeah, already read, I mean, that's a tiny chunk in the grand scheme of things, but already flying through it. I think this is going to be amazing. Oh, I am so excited to keep going. I'm going to dive back in, but yeah, I just thought I'd do a little quick update on who she was, a little background information. I will keep doing that. I'll try not to do any spoilers. I may do like reactions to things, but not necessarily tell you things. But I'm just going to tell you, she is a fae princess, a princess founder on a pile of dead bodies, and she's got some red hair that people are getting shocked by. I thought the hair thing was going to be that she's a vampire. Like, I thought she was going to be the vampire, but he's got fangs. And that's why they were smelling her. At the beginning when she's on these dead bodies, he's like, ooh, she smells delicious. Working out what her red hair means We are only a tiny bit in, so I just don't feel like this is a spoiler. They think she is a dragon rider, which they haven't had any for like a really long time. It says the last riders died out long before that, and the vampires call themselves the chosen, the pure, the blessed blood. So the colour of her hair and the pointed tips of her ears and her fingers and toes are elongated, just as the rise of the altar. Even though she's fae, she can't, I don't know if she can remember who she is, or if she's choosing not to remember who she is. And then she also is in a situation where she is a dragon rider in their eyes, and that's why they were so shocked by her hair colour. Oh, if she is a dragon rider, this is gonna be so cool. I mean, I know there's dragons on the front, but I just saw vampires and didn't put two and two together that we could get dragons. I just thought it was a cool cover. But yeah, if there are dragons, I think I am having my new obsession. I honestly think this is going to be so good. And she's also called Pendragon. That's so fun. She's called Medra Pendragon. Second betrothed consort. Does that mean there's a first betrothed? Does that mean he's already got a wife? Second betrothed consort. That means he's already betrothed to somebody. She's been forced to marry this man, fine. She's like, has to marry him, blood bound into a marriage, blood stripped down both the hands, blah, 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 all the usual stuff. Right, get it. He's already got someone who's betrothed to him, who has bit through her lip. She is that fuming. Fine. He's like, you should feel lucky. You know, he's very arrogant character. And he's now just dropped her at Bloodwing Academy. Why does she need to go to Bloodwing Academy? What is she going to be doing there? Surely she doesn't need to attend school again. I presume she's over the age of 18. What? That bit's confused me. That bit has confused me, I'm not gonna lie. I love an academy. This is literally all my favourite things. You're gonna get a little bit of dark academia. There's gonna be some spice because they're quite, they just swear a lot already, so you know as soon as a book swears, there's gonna be some level of spice. Vampires, potentially dragons, dragon riders, fae. This has just got a bit of everything. This is a bit of me and then some. I'm gonna dive back in, but yeah, not sure why he's like literally taken her to an academy. Okay, I'm just having a little watermelon snack. So they have to go to this academy. They train there to kind of learn how to be, I guess, the best vampire adults. But it seems a bit odd. They've got a lot of power and they're going to school. He is giving a little bit of Xaden vibes at the moment. So I am loving that. I'm just gonna have a little watermelon snack and then I'm gonna dive back in. But yeah, loving this book. I would say if you like Divergent, Fourth Wing, Silver Elite, those sorts of things, this one's definitely for you, like 100% for you. Snack time. Just calling it now before we get there. There's this girl who is called Regan, who is his first consort. So obviously Medra is his second consort. I don't trust her. She's playing all nice and pally and I'll show you around on your first day at Bloodwing Academy. I'll get you settled in. I'll help you make friends with my friends. It's giving like Regina George, keep them on side until you need to like get rid of them vibes. Like that is the vibe. It is 100% giving. I'm also now getting Zodiac Academy vibes from this, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I feel like it's Zodiac, Fourth Wing, Divergent, Silver Elite, all kind of put into one book. I knew it. That girl's a naughty one. Oh, you're my sister. Oh, let's be friends. There's compulsion. This is bad. Oh, I feel really sorry for Medra. She can't save herself. Like, she's just set up a failure here. Like, she has no hope at surviving this school. Like, she's got to get tough. She's got to learn the rules. She's in a new kingdom that she's never been before. She's getting on the wrong side of everybody. She's turned up to the wrong classes. She's turned up late. She's said inappropriate things that she didn't know were inappropriate. Like, oh, this girl's just set up for failure. This book is so good. It's, you know when a book's so easy to read that you don't want to put it down? This is so good. I'm on to page 118 and I am loving it. I think I have a new obsession and I'm annoyed because we've got to wait for this to be traditionally published now. Very exciting. But that means we won't get book 2 for a little while because it's delayed everything. Okay, Why is it that I don't have a tattoo? I would probably never get one because I think I'd pick something so stupid and I would just think I'd hate it. Like if I ever drew something on my hand or something, I would have hated it by the end of the day. So I'm not into tattoos on me. Why is it that in these books, the morally grey men have tattoos and I'm swooning over them so much? But side note, the tattoos always mean something. So I'm putting this in my head right now. I'm like, he's got dragon tattoo on his back. It'll mean something. Lock that away for later. I have decided I'm going to start writing some thoughts down while I'm reading because I find that I come back to a book and I can't remember sometimes important things. So because I know it's going to be a while until I get my hands on more of this book, I feel like I should just write some important things down, things that I'm noticing, people, things like that. It also just helps when I come to review them as well, to remember things, because there's always something I want to talk about. So yeah, I picked these notebooks up thinking they were going to be a size small. They are huge. I do just prefer not lined paper for mine. And then you've probably seen videos. I had a lot of gel pens delivered this week. So let's test and see if they're good. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly journal for a little bit, some initial thoughts, feelings. Then we can see how those change as well, but also just some points like the tattoos and things like that, where I think it's really relevant to capture. Okay, so I have made some notes. Bad handwriting, always. So I don't think this is spoilery, so I feel like I can go through these notes just so you can kind of see the process of what I write down to help me remember things. But also when you're reading a lot of fantasy books, I find you mix them together, especially if characters have similar names or similar settings. And you also, you find yourself in a situation where you might forget something or you don't realise something's important. But if you write it down, you're like, oh, that's good. So I've gone through Blake, who is her consort, and I've just noted that he's got these dragon tattoos on his body because I'm like, I wonder why he's got, like he's a vampire, why he's decided to tattoo these dragons. They all seem very intrigued by dragons. Then you've got Regan, who is actually Blake's first consort, and she's not very nice. She's not a nice gal. She pretends to be. Then we've got two important professors, Rodriguez and Sankara. Rodriguez is teaching her how to block mind magic, which Regan was controlling her with. And then Sankara is teaching her advanced combat because Medra is very good at advanced combat. And then you have her best friend who is called Florence. And I just note that down now because sometimes you get betrayal, sometimes you get other things going on. I am just going to note that the female main character is called Medra as well. Just, I'm not likely to forget that, but it is a bit of an unusual name that I haven't come across before. So I just will make a note of that. Then all I do while I'm making these notes, I've started doing it recently, but I've now got an actual book to do it because I was previously doing it on my phone. And this is like a really deep dive into Mills's brain, honestly, nobody probably cares. But when I write things down, I remember them better. So all I'm going to do at the top of this list is just write chapter 12, because that's where I'm currently at, as and when I'm making note of these important things. Like, I'm not going to make notes every chapter. It's just kind of when I get to a point where I'm like, there's a lot in my brain and I need to, these gel pens are really good, and I need to record it down. It just helps me. Now, if I was reading something like Back in the Saddle, I probably wouldn't do notes on that because it's a one book, you don't need to remember stuff. Like, I find it so much easier with just romance books to remember them. But with fantasy, I feel like I just need a little bit more thoughts and feelings kind of captured as I'm working my way through, especially as well because it's a 500-page book and it's the first in what I believe is going to be a trilogy. So yeah, I've also been tabbing. I don't know if I should ever share what my tabs are, but the thing I've been doing is this kind of purpley colour tab when I want to know a little bit more, and then I've been doing a very pale yellow tab. Actually, I've done that one too pale. Have I the same colour tab? No, I've picked the wrong one. Like a pale yellowy orange tab when I find something interesting. And then I've done a blue tab where I'm a little bit sad for the character or shocked by it. And then currently a pink tab when I find something funny. I don't know what I'm going to do for spicy bits yet. I think green's going to be spicy. I've just finished book 2 in this big book and I'm about to start book 3. I can see there's some artwork. Ooh, it's pretty. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. It's so easy to follow, and I think that's the one thing I love when you get a little bit of romantasy or you throw vampires into the mix. Vampires just make fantasy easier to understand. Like, it's 2 p.m. I've been reading for about 4 hours now, and I am just shy of 300 pages through the book. So I'm over the halfway point now, and absolutely loving this. 115 pages. You tell me I'm 315 pages into a book and they have a fleeting kiss. I want more. I want some spicy. They like each other. There's tension. There's more going on. Let's get freaky with each other. Ooh, this is so close to the end, like literally. But you're gonna have no clue what this means at that point, so I can say the sentence. Silence. The boy is within his rights. And when you get to that sentence, you're gonna go boom, like literally best sentence so far of the whole book. Finished my first book. It is now 5 p.m. a little bit later than I expected, but it was 500 pages, so it is a chunky one. Wow, this is so good. If you like vampires, dragons, spice, betrayal, I'm gonna say the word betrayal as well, this is absolutely amazing. I did do quite a bit of tabbing, as you can see. Yeah, I need book 2 now, ASAP. Like, I need it in my life. Oh, that's gonna be sticking with me for a while, that ending. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of it. It's not a shock ending. It's more of a, oh no ending, which I actually really liked, that ending. Yeah, I'm a bit flabbergasted with that one. Okay, so we're gonna dive into the next book. This is what we're doing next. It is, let me put this on this pile. You can be on display. Very good book. I would say 4.5 stars for that one. That's a 4.5 star read for sure. Okay, now we have Back in the Saddle by Maggie Ecclesley. I still don't know how to say that name. This one is just shy of 400 pages. I'm hoping to get this finished today, but at the same time, I feel like I'm being a slow reader, so I don't know if I will. And I have my cowboy romance bookmark to read a bit. Oh, I should have said, when I was reading the previous one, I was using my Morally Grey bookmark because that just fits fantasy so well. So yeah, I'm going to dive into this and see what I think. I'm very into cowboys at the moment, so it's got a lot to live up to. We will see. Okay, I'm back. I've just had some dinner. It is now 6 p.m. So I'm going to dive into Back in the Saddle. I'm going to start this now. I'm really excited to start this. I love a cowboy romance. So we'll see if I love this one as much as I loved Cash, was my last cowboy romance, and that's my new favourite. So we will see. Let's dive in. Okay, I'm loving it so far. I'm a couple of chapters in. I fancied a little snack. So I've made some popcorn. Oh, I love popcorn. I know I'm not watching a movie, but I think when you're reading, you're allowed a piece of popcorn. Question is, let me know in the comments what flavour you think I've got. See when I've got more to update. I love when they've had a meet cute. So they've met in a bar. They've met each other in a bar and it didn't go too well, let's just say. He asked for a number. She wanted to give a number to him. His dad has terminal cancer. So it's a little bit sad. Hurt the heart a little bit reading that bit because his dad's obviously struggling. And she's just taken a job working in the research centre where her dad's going to be like going through these trials. And they've just bumped into each other. Oh, I love it. It's like a meet cute twice. I don't know what the official term is for it, like a re-meet cute, but I think it's a much better way for them to meet than him being a bit cheesy in the bar. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the start of this. It is very interesting, and I'm already loving the fact we've got dual point of view. So last night I finished Back in the Saddle. I didn't love it. I got about halfway through and I was really enjoying it. There was a little bit of trauma. It felt good amount of trauma. It wasn't that heavy on cowboys for me. I don't know if that is because the author has set one of the characters from Scotland and she is not American herself. So I don't know if that means like, I don't know. I just think the cowboys were a little bit lacking. And yeah, and a twist of events has happened to add more trauma, and it was just so unrealistic, rushed, not needed. It was just to get her out the country. They could have done a better thing to get her out the country to kind of have this massive twist happen. And yeah, just, yeah, fell a bit flat for me, which is a shame, which is such a shame. So I think I need Wyatt to Turn Up by Jessica Peterson to reinstall my happiness in cowboys. But the first half of the book I did enjoy. It was just the second half of the book I thought, nah, it's gone too far. It's too far-fetched. As soon as something's too far-fetched, I'm out of there. So that is the end of the video. I only managed to get through 2 books, but actually that was 900 pages of reading in a day, which I'm very proud of myself for doing. I think I am going to have a little bit more of a reading day today and get through the rest of the books. I definitely will be doing reviews of those in my August wrap-ups, and make sure you keep an eye out for that. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications so you're notified when I post videos, and I will see you all next week. Bye guys!